How much does it cost to buy a home in Palm Springs, California? Well, today we're going to be looking at the city of Palm Springs for detached homes and detached homes. And I'm going to show you how location is everything. And depending on where you buy in the city, that will really determine how much you're going to pay. My name's Tommy Jordan, your Palm Springs area realtor. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe if you're interested in learning about the Palm Springs area on a weekly basis. Come on, you got to do it. So here we go. We have a map right in front of us. So I'm going to just tell you a little bit about Palm Springs, okay, before we start to go into some of the details. I feel like this context will help you in your journey to find a home here in Palm Springs. So, and this video applies if you're buying a vacation rental, retiring out here, or just buying a vacation home. So if we zoom in right here, you could see downtown Palm Springs right here. Some of the well-known, communities by downtown Palm Springs are historic tennis club. You have the movie colony to the north, Old Las Palmas, Vista Las Palmas. Okay, not cheap communities, but they're so expensive because you're right by all the action in downtown Palm Springs, and you're right against the San Jacinto Mountains, so you get some stunning views. Okay, so typically in Palm Springs, the more north you buy, okay, closer to the 10 freeway, closer to the windmills. Up here, it's going to be windier. So the trade-off is when you buy up here, you're going to get a lot nicer house, more bang for your buck, essentially, okay? You could spend a lot less buying a home up here in North Palm Springs than you will in Central Palm Springs, right by downtown, or in South Palm Springs, okay, by Park Andreas, Andreas Hills, this whole area right here. It's going to cost more price per square foot. So today we're going to be looking at a few different detached homes first, and then I'll show you the attached homes. So I want to give you an idea. Right now, currently in Palm Springs, the median list price is $1.169, okay? So almost $1.2 million for the average home in Palm Springs for a detached home. So let me show you what that gets you, okay? Let's first look at this house right here. This home, okay, for $1.1 million, so slightly less than, the typical detached home. This is in Miralon, so this is a newer community in Palm Springs, and this is as far north as you can go. And I have clients that live in Miralon and in these surrounding communities, and they love it despite it being so windy and a little further outside of town. Like I said, it's all your goals, right? And that's something when you reach out to me, hopefully to work with me, I could find out really what's important to you, and then we start our home search like that. So let's take a look at this home. So here we go. This is a 3-bed, 4-bath home, 2,300 square feet. So I'm going to show you the year it's built, some essential information first about this property. So this was just built in 2024, okay? And the HOA in Miralon, at least for this home, is $450 a month. So a very reasonable HOA for all that you get in Miralon. And take a look at this house, okay? I'll zoom in a little so you could get a better idea. But really nice, modern, clean. This floor plan right here has a detached casita with a little, almost like a spool, a dipping pool. You could see some beautiful views here of the mountains, by the way. And very modern, clean, minimalistic, and you're getting just a brand new house. Okay, so a lot of value here in North Palm Springs. Now let me show you on the flip side, if we're not in North Palm Springs and we're paying the normal average price in Palm Springs, what are you looking at? So now let's go right down here to South Palm Springs, okay? Right by Andreas Hills, or in Andreas Hills, this whole area. So now for $1.29 million, okay? So now we're almost $200,000. Let me show you what you get, okay? This is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,500 square foot home, little mid-century home, super cute, okay? You're right by Indian Canyon's golf course right here. And let me show you when the home was actually built, and also if there's any HOA here as well. So this home, you could see it was built in 1985. And the HOA is $710 per month, okay, to be in this community. Something I wanted to mention for this HOA, you get 2 tennis courts, 2 pools, and 2 spas. But what makes this community special, Kings Point, there's 44 of these homes, is they were designed by the famous late architect William Kreisel. So he was a very well-known mid-century modern architect, and that's why you're paying a premium here for a home. But look at this. This home actually looks like it's been nicely kept up, okay? Smaller kitchen, right? So it's not as open and modern as the home in Miralon, but you know, part of what you're paying for here is look at these gorgeous mountain views. You're a lot closer to the mountains. The home's designed by a well-known architect. So there's a lot that goes into the pricing for that. And you're here in South Palm Springs. I mean, right up here on Palm Canyon Drive, you have coffee, KOFFI, great spot. You know, you're a little closer to downtown Palm Springs. So you're paying more of a premium. And that's something just to think about in general in Palm Springs when you start looking at some of these mid-century modern homes. And if they were designed by a well-known architect like Kreisel, okay, or the Alexander Company, you might be paying, or you probably will be paying more price per square foot than, say, you know, something designed in Miralon. Here's a good example of that in Old Las Palmas, okay? We're going to be looking at this home for $3.5 million. If you're looking to get into the high-end luxury market in Palm Springs, you're going to be at least starting somewhere around $2 million, and I would say more that $3 million range will put you into pretty much any neighborhood that you want to get into. What makes Palm Springs a little more unique than some of the other cities in the valley, if you can see right here on this map, Palm Springs, it's mostly non-gated communities, okay? You have these beautiful, you know, Palm Springs is known for all the different neighborhoods, right? Like Little Tuscany, the movie Colony, you know, all these just little enclaves of homes designed by notable architects, right? And all the history too with old Hollywood, you know, coming here to the desert. And it's cool, right? You don't have that as much elsewhere in the valley. You know, if you look at a place like Rancho Mirage or Palm Desert, we start going over here, you could see how green it is on the map, because most of the other communities, they're all sort of about the golf course, the country club lifestyle, gated communities with security guards, all of that. You know, Palm Springs is known more for the communal feel, I would say. So if we look at this home in Old Las Palmas, one of the most expensive communities, I would say, probably the most expensive neighborhood in Palm Springs, you could see this 4-bed, 4-bath home, 3,000 square feet for $3.5 million. But this was designed by the famed architect Charles Dubois for the Alexander construction community, okay? So this has that famous A-frame design with the roof line there, and you could see, you're just, I mean, look at this. It's really cool, and people will pay big money to be in a home designed by this architect, and it's cool when they leave a lot of the original structure in the house and, you know, maintain the architectural integrity. But look at this backyard. I mean, you can't beat it. A lot of the lots there in the Old Las Palmas, they're going to be larger, and you're right up against the San Jacinto Mountains. So that's what you're looking to spend if you want to be in the higher end of Palm Springs, and especially homes designed by very well-known architects. So now let's look at the attached homes. So here we go. We have this home right here in North Palm Springs, right by, you know, Desert Park Estates. You have Miralon over here. Desert Park Estates is down there. Miralon right there. So this home is actually in the community of Palermo, and I've helped people buy in Palermo. So it is a lot windier in North Palm Springs, but for some people it's a trade-off, because take a look at this home right here, okay? And I think you're going to be impressed with just how nice it is, okay? So this home was built in 2007, which I consider personally, you know, old, a lot newer for Palm Springs. I mean, it's when we're looking at homes built in the 60s and 70s, 2007's new. And this is for $462 a month. There's a community pool. It's also gated as well. So yeah, pretty reasonable HOA. And let's take a look. It's a small unit at right around 800 square feet. You have a little carport right there. But look at this. Very pretty. You could tell, just just completely newer cabinets, newer countertops, right? I almost said backsplash, but it's sort of funny. The backsplash just stops right there. So it's a more affordable unit, but you could tell it's really nice. And this is, what you're getting when you buy in North Palm Springs, right? I always tell people, stay in the summer months to see if it's too hot for you. Like if you're relocating here, you need to come in the summer because you could have a few weeks where it's 120 and you have to see if you could handle it. Now, I would say most of our life in the summer is spent at the pool or in the AC, so it doesn't really bother us. And if you look at other places, like if you're from the Pacific Northwest, you're inside sometimes for months on end when it's rainy and cloudy. So it's like we all have something, right? Pick your poison. So now let me show you an attached home, but in a more desirable area, okay, of South Palm Springs. So let's check out this, and you're gonna see it's pretty drastic, okay? So this community right here is right next to the Mesa, great community. I've sold homes there. You're down the street from, I think, Mr. Lyons. You're right by KOFFI coffee. So a lot of good things. Very close to downtown Palm Springs. Look at this, 3 beds, 2 baths. For $458. That's right around, for condos, that's sort of the median right here at the time of filming, okay? So, and by the way, I just wanted to mention, if you're thinking about buying a home or selling a home in Palm Springs, I make these videos so I could work with people like you. So don't be shy. Please reach out to me down below. And I look forward to speaking with you. So let's take a look. That was a shameless plug. It's like my own mini commercial here, okay? If I don't do it, no one else will. So let's scroll down. One thing to note, this home is on fee land. So that's something you need to take into account in Palm Springs. You can find a home on fee land if you want. That's basically where you own the land. Fee simple. Now, leased land, it's going to be most likely owned by the Agua Caliente Band of Indians, okay? You work with, when you're under contract, you work with the BIA, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, and escrow, and they work out all the details with the lease. But some of these leases might have a few years left, some have 100 years left. And with leased land, you don't actually own the land, but you pay $300, $400, $500 a month, just depending on the community, to be there, to have the home on top. Okay, so typically, buying homes on leased land, you could get a home that's sometimes 20 to 30% nicer because you don't actually own the land. If we scroll down, this is in Sandstone Villas, and I just want to show you, this home was built in 1972. Okay, so it's older. The HOA fee is $431 a month. You get a community pool, some other things like that. So it's nice, it says right here, it's ideal for a full-time or lifestyle or seasonal residence. A lot of these units are great because if you're looking for something lock and leave, maybe you don't want to have a big detached home with a bunch of landscaping. You could buy a condo like this. So, and take a look, okay? These photos aren't the best, okay? I don't know. My iPhone could probably shoot better photos than this, but you could see it's older. It's nice. It looks clean, but it's older, okay? There's no telling about that. You can see great views right there, wherever those views are coming from. We don't know. But look at this carpet. Look at the mirrors. The mirrors are sort of cool. I like all these old homes with these mirrors. It's just like a retro touch. It was a thing back in the day. But that carpet looks like it needs help. Okay, you could tell this bathroom was probably renovated, in the early 2000s. Beautiful view from this balcony right here. But yeah, that's what you're getting if you want to be in a quote unquote more desirable neighborhood in Palm Springs, the South Palm Springs area. I mean, you could see that's a pretty drastic difference, okay, from that home we just saw in Palermo for $414,000. That was like brand new. I mean, 2007, but it looked brand new, okay? And then you go to South Palm Springs, you spend a little more. Now, mind you, this home is 1,400 square feet, 3 beds. So, it's bigger, but still, it's a pretty big trade-off. So that should give you a pretty good idea of the Palm Springs housing market in regards to price. And like I said before, if you want more hands-on help where I could look at your situation, your criteria, and then make a game plan for you, please reach out to me down below. And if you want to learn more about our beautiful city of Palm Springs, California, check out this playlist right here.